Good morning. Welcome to the first Friday of 2023. The first hair wash of 2023. The first root colourage of 2023. And the first full moon of 2023. And let me tell you, the full moon vibes are actually starting to hit right now. We don't really go nutso for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and stuff. And we haven't done for a long time, but obviously we celebrate and we, acknowledge that it's a new year. But I don't know about you, but it's felt like a really slow start to the new year. And in quite a nice way, it kind of takes me back to that whole thing of savouring that I was sharing the other day. It's been like a slow start and very, there's been a lot of reminiscing going on. There's been a lot of contemplation going on. And this morning I kind of woke up and I was like, okay, I feel like the new year is starting today. And I don't think it's any coincidence that it's obviously Trustfall tonight, but it's starting to go, okay, it's time to pick up pay. But I actually still think that's going to be another sort of 2-week process. So savour this start to the new year. Back to savouring. Savour this start to the new year. Don't make yourself wrong for a kind of what feels like a slow start, because actually slow, well, what is it? Tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. So as you start to feel the new year picking up pace, have you been doing any reflecting? I know I have. I've been thinking a lot about obviously what my clients have. There's just a whole bunch of birds distracting me, like a whole little bunch of bluebirds. Hang on, I need to pay attention. Right, I savoured that moment. They're still there, I can hear them, but they were all doing a little dance. So I've been reflecting on the milestones and the achievements of my clients and of myself. And I definitely do set goals. And one of the real tangible goals that I set this time last year was actually after the new year had started, was what I wanted to achieve in my business. But I set a 2-year goal. I set a 2-year financial goal and said by 2023, this is what I want to be earning in my business. And also gave myself a few this is what it'll feel like, this is what it'll look like, kind of tangibles to hold on to. I like to set goals that feel like they're going to stretch me, but not stress me. I'm not about them being realistic. I'm about them being something that feels like it's going to require a significant amount of my effort, but at the same time, there's nothing there that's making me go, I don't actually fundamentally believe that that's possible for me. Because the first step to making anything happen, the first step in manifesting, is actually to believe that it's possible for you. To believe that it's possible, full stop. And then to believe that it's possible for you is the next step. Because the next actions that you take are different based on that, belief, essentially, that it's possible. So I'd like to report that the goals that I set myself in my business for December 2023, I had actually reached that goal by July 2022, and I had doubled it consistently by December 2023. It all started with a clear anchoring in of what that might look like and what that might feel like, and the belief that I could actually make that possible. So I want to invite you to start, if you feel like things are actually starting to pick up a little bit of pace now, you feel like you are here in a new year, and you're being drawn to the idea of setting some goals and getting some clarity and seeing some real momentum, some significant momentum today is a really, really good time to like start calling that in, start bringing it into focus, and really start asking yourself this question: do I believe this is possible? And you don't even need to say, do I believe it's possible for me? Whoops. You just need to know and believe deeply that it's possible. So if you don't feel at this point it's possible for you, look around for evidence that it's possible in examples of other people. You're going to learn things tonight and, like tangible things that you can take away and implement. You're going to learn about yourself. You know, if you come with that real open heart and willingness to sort of like be vulnerable with yourself, you know, get intimate with yourself. So you're going to learn on that level. But like I'm matching that and meeting that with, I'm going in with an openness and willingness to be vulnerable and meet myself on an intimate level, because I've never shared at this depth before. So it's a very reciprocal thing that's going on. So first of all, if you're already in there, thank you for holding this space for me. And if you're not already in there and you've been thinking you might like to be in there, and I know you have, like, and you're not the only one, by the way, but I know what's stopping you is some, like, how can I make this work? But how can I make it happen? And I want you to do one of the simple things that I have loved reminding myself of over and over again, and that's get out of the how and into the now. Like sometimes, and like there's a whole, like almost 40 people who know this to be true, sometimes you won't have all the details and you won't know exactly how to make it work. But you get to trust yourself that you will. In doing that, you actually activate the first step in this process that I have created. So this is about self-trust. This whole thing is about self-trust. This whole thing is anchored in self-trust and manifesting. So trust yourself. Get out of the how and into the now. And those are good words to, like, that's a lovely little phrase to take with you full stop, I think. Because I feel like that is also part of this whole, like, I just have to believe that it's possible. I don't need to know, like, what all the steps will be and the how. That's like the rational, like, conscious part. Like, get into your intuition, get into your subconscious and just be like, I don't know how, but I trust myself to make it work. This is not just about, you know, if you're going to join us tonight or not, which quite frankly, I don't give a rat's ass if you come or not. It's happening. Like, it's happening for me, for you, and for everybody in there. But like, if you don't come, take this away. Sometimes you just need to get out of the how and into the now. And if you can just believe it's possible, you will take a totally different step to that story in your mind that's like, this is not possible for me. And maybe, just maybe, the door will open up to confirm that and support it. So if you're in tonight, I'm just watching where I'm walking because it's super squidgy today. If you are in tonight, it is 7 o'clock UK time that we kick off, 8 p.m. my time. And if you join before then, I'll send you all the instructions, everything you need to know. And even if you can't make it live, you won't miss a thing. You'll be able to go through all of this self-trust activation and manifestation process. You will not miss out on the opportunity to manifest the coaching that's going to be given away in there, the training, the money, the books, and all the other things of which every single person in there is going to take something away that's all still accessible to you. That's all completely available. Because ultimately, that's the message. Everything is always available to you. It's only you that stops yourself from believing that that's the case. Everything's always available to you, you know? But all the hows, all the stories, all the little voices of protection, not connection, all the patterns that you are continually playing out are the thing that are between you and it. That's enough from me today, because today is obviously Friday, my day off, but the trust fall is tonight. And today's going to be a day of reflection for me, ready to pull together this story, ready to bring out like the really important ingredients and lessons that I learned in Mexico and share them with all of you. Oh, I'm so excited. Have a fantastic full moon. Set some intentions. Speak them into existence. And whoo, nearly fell over. And I feel like what's the word? Not accelerator. Yeah, like the accelerator is gently being pushed now for me. Yeah, anyway, ran out of storage there. So, maybe I'll see you tonight. Maybe I won't. Either way, I think you're fucking fabulous. And I'll catch you in a bit. Lots of love.